Good morning, friends. Good morning, friends. This is your friend, your fellow musician, Ozil Ude, broadcasting live from the ancient city of Enugu. Today, we are starting another live broadcast on our series, TBC Cashflow. It's my privilege and my joy and my satisfaction to be abreast with the current happenings in our TBC community. I want this opportunity to welcome my international viewers, my local viewers, those who are coming on board, and those who are yet to come on board. I welcome you all. So this morning, we're going to topic TBC cash flow, the power of taking action. I'll take the topic again, TBC cash flow, the power of taking action. Now, it is very, very vital fact that action speaks louder than words. That's why some popular people that dominate the commercial scene make this kind of statements. You talk the talk and do the talk. TBC is not about talking. TBC is all about taking action. We know there are a lot of things happening in TBC community, a lot of updates. We are currently preparing to celebrate our next anniversary in big way next year through a cruise. And those who have wanted to be in that cruise took action. There were certain competitions that were given out by the admin with wonderful, mouth-watering prizes, and some leaders took action, and they'll be there next year without paying a dime. They took action. They built it. They got to the cruise. They refreshed. They got people. They sat on people on TBC. They delivered on target, and they got qualified to be in that cruise. Taking action. Today, there is a wonderful promo going on among the TBC community to hit our target of 1 billion. And there is a very wonderful cookie reward that once you have to sign up to 7 people, including yourself, and you're a newcomer in TBC, and you do that within 48 hours, you quickly own or you earn 1 TBC. Plus, this is okay, a thing that can become yours if you take action. There are numerous bonuses all around. There are numerous things always happening, but it requires us to take action. So, friends, I'm addressing especially our old TBCians, those who have been through it all, those who took it from the last 2 years, last year, went through the muddy waters, when we are trying to move from a slower server to a faster server, moving from a particular wallet to a newer wallet, upgrading our blockchain. All these things all require actions. We are advised, we're instructed by amiable admin to do one or the other. Some took action, some didn't. See, friends, in life, you can't be a good leader if you're not a good follower. And a good follower is known by the action that follower takes. If our leader say, do this stuff, do this stuff, do that, I will do it exactly, then we're taking action. So, right from the onset of the TBC creation, up to now, some actions are being given to us. Some took 2-3 steps and went back. Some never took any step, but some continued to take steps. Some continued to take action 3 months, 6 months, 1 year, and they where they are because they are taking action. People like Randy Lords, people like Stephen Kofi, I mean, of our TBC leaders, they've been taking actions on TBC. They've done some stuff. They've done stuff compliant with TBC roadmap. Action was being in line with the programs, principles, provisions, mission, vision, going as action. So when I say take action, what I do mean is taking the right action. It is important to take action for one to experience success in TBC. So one to experience cash flow. And we know there's a difference between cash flow and cashing out. We don't have cash out in TBC. It's cash flow, a steady experience. Once one is taking action steadily, then you'll be experiencing cash flow steadily. To build a community of TBC, to have a function to you that will interact with you is the result you see. Someone's they bother to take some time out. They are taking action. And I'm taking note of them because when you take action as a broadcaster, which many ought to be doing now, because that's the golden opportunity to be a participant in the TBC community. It's a golden opportunity to be a voice in this global mission. So once you become a broadcaster or you are part of the broadcasting crew, you are taking action. And you know, TBC is set to you have an experience of to be winning sustenance as a human being. So you can be sustained by the assets you have. Coins. Are we taking to do the steps required to convert, to transform that TBC assets into that's cash flow. Now we know that TBC have gotten structures to enable us experience if we're not taking action. And in this particular talk this morning, I just want to share with my friends that we just need to take action. As you saw in the footage of this video, we said knowledge is powerful. That is not very correct. It is applied knowledge that is power or powerful. You see, I can read all the books, materials, hear all the good men. If I not just academical, but I can know sentence. If I don't, there's different me who know and he who doesn't know. So different TBC of us also say things, what actions, what corresponding actions are we taking? To experiments create works. We have the fast start system of the TBC blueprint. Friends, let's try this stuff, some of this stuff out. Just try them out. Just experiment it. That's action. So when you take experiments is important. So it is good this moment for us to go back to the drawing board. Try to pick up the early things we learned in the TBC community and try to work them out. Now, by some examples, I'll ask us, what actions am I taking now? We are almost running up the year 2018. So what actions am I taking? What actions are you taking to enjoy these seasons? Number one action. We are in a redemption season. We are in a period where our cookies are being redeemed, where all you have voted for in this month, you can redeem those gifts from the admin. That's one. We also in a special promo where new members can have access to one full TBC Plus. That's also another wonderful seasonal bonus or bonanza. 3, we are seeing what is happening in the Bitcoin community or in the cryptocurrency world. We can see the collapse of the Bitcoin, which is supposed to be the leader of the cryptocurrency world. What action am I taking with this information available to me as a TBCian? As a TBCian, I'm excited, very much excited to know that TBC is fast becoming the de facto currency, cryptocurrency. Why? Because TBC have remained so stable. TBC have remained an asset which your investment, whatever you put in TBC, has remained as it is or more. But the other cryptocurrencies, the investments are in nosediving. People are crying. People are regretting because they find that what they've staked in the other cryptocurrencies are all losing value by the hour. And now, our TBC is still poised as a strong asset. There is no shaking the TBC asset. So what action will I take? That's where I'm going, my friends. The action I will take now is to get this information to the other non-TBCian. Show them the facts. You want to have a safe haven, you want to have a stable place to put in your digital money, your digital assets. TBC is where to be. So it is the best time, the best opportunity to take out this mission and vision of TBC to the folks out there. Our job is to drive away poverty out of the face of the globe through the tools we have in TBC, the TBC coin community. We also have the tools to bring abundance to the global community. I will find the global community suffering over the weight of the cruising pain of losing the value of their cryptocurrencies. I'll have TBC to offer. So, friends, I am taking action. I am reviewing. You see, I'm looking back. How do I start next year? With this thing happening in the financial sector, I have enough tool to showcase TBC to everyone out here to hear that we have something that we can fall back to. A fallback asset now is the Billion Coin. We know it's a private community, it's a private society that have a wonderful tool, that have a mission, or carry a currency to make that tool effective, implementable. So implement that abundance provision through the tools we have in TBC. We implement that eradication of poverty through the provision of the TBC, Kringles, and the Billion Coin. So this moment, friends, as we are taking inventory, taking stock of these months of this 2018, let us know that we have gotten things to put smile in the face of the community, global community. We have stuff to put smile in the face of our community. We have things to put smile, to put hope, to radiate energy to those around us, because TBC got all the things to do that. However, we also be aware until we take action, what we believe and what we say will not bring any impact. We have to go out there, any TBCian today who don't have at least about 10 friends or 10 colleagues that he shares TBC regularly, at least once a week. That should be our action point. Every TBCian that really want to be relevant in this TBC, any TBCian want to be relevant in this wonderful crypto boom that's happening, that's going to happen, because we are going into a wonderful currency evolution and revolution. It's time for people to be aware that we are kicking off in a very strong way, and it takes action. So one, we have to be fully informed about the happenings of TBC. I've got some updates with us quickly. Some of my colleagues have talked about this, the commissioner. When and where do I talk about the commissioner? It was published in one of the recent blogs of the admin. And the commissioner's job is to regulate and monitor excesses or abnormal transactions. Because we know there are transactions, once a transaction is more than 400 grains of gold per one transaction, then one is beginning to cause eyebrow. So we advised, if you want to do a transaction that is more than 400 grains of gold, notify the commissioner through email. You are not supposed to wait for the reply of the commissioner. Once, just notify, write an email. I got this transaction to make on this and this, and it is more than 400 grains of gold. You go ahead and pay. You don't wait for the commissioner to reply. But as you are doing that, get your documentation for that transaction available, because you could be written to by the commissioner and are required to, please, can you give us some documentary or document materials to support this transaction? That's normal. Ready. You just go ahead and provide that when it is requested. By so doing, those that intend to try to discount our TBC coins will be checked right at not there. So the issue is, all this are being done to protect our coins. Then if one goes ahead and do an excessive transaction that goes up to 4,000 grains of gold in one single transaction, without even notifying the commissioner, without even doing nothing, the chances that the account of the sender and the receiver will be immediately suspended. There. So all these things are to prevent us from taking the wrong actions. As I said earlier on, there are right actions and there are wrong actions. Another thing again that need to mention here is, we have been given an extension up to the 31st January next year for the redemption period in this season. Meaning, we'll have the whole of November, we'll have the whole of December, and we'll have the whole of January to 31st of January 2019 to do a redemption. So we'll have all this long span of time to take action, to go out there, get new people to TBC. They have the assurance, they have all the time to get any amount of crinkles they want to get, amount of coins they want to get, they can get it. They have enough time to do it. So friends, the best time to take such positive action is now. We prepare 2019 beginning from now with the provisions given to us. That is on the promo part. Then we know quite well, friends, that some meetings have been organized on cash flow conferences, and it is Nigerian turn early next month. So what action are we taking towards that? We also know that right now, everyone is being advised to engage in the cash coach programs being carried out by our leaders, especially that of Randy Wilson, which I have gone through. When you go through that cash flow training, friends, you see there's a transformation of your viewpoint. Our topic today is taking action. I want to talk about going cash flow. If I have not gone to cash flow training, I have to take that action, pay for a cash flow training so that I can discuss cash flow effectively. Everything you do in life, you need to be coached for it to do well. Everything you do in life, you need to be mentored for it to do well. That is why we have professional courses. That professional courses makes one to be professional at what he or she does. So TBC requires some professional touch. Many are not succeeding so well in TBC because they are not taking action to get professional experience, professional exposure. That is why, friends, this cash flow coaching and others are very vital for us to be rounded properly in the areas of TBC delivery. Because for you to be an efficient TBCian, you have to be a good efficient delivery person. You have to be a good communicator of what TBC is and what TBC is not. So all I'm saying this morning, friends, is that it requires action to actualize your TBC experience. Many people have come to some talks, hear very well, listen very well, and say, oh, this is a wonderful talk. And they go back and sit and continue reading before. Friends, until we add action in our love of TBC, until we add action in our commitment, until we add action in our passion in TBC, we will not experience the TBC cash. And by others, that you are carrying daily activities, physical activities, in line with TBC mission. So I want to suggest some guidelines. First in the morning, first time every day, read the blog of the TBC admin. Take paper and pen. Write down one or two things you will do in line with what you read or what you watched. That's the first step. every day, read the blog of TBC admin, listen to all the videos of the DAS, take 1 or 2 things from that video you've listened and say, I will implement this today. That is taking action. I'm telling you what I do. Want to experience cash flow? Simple steps. Number 2, every Monday, if you're in the English-speaking countries, by time of your own particular region, listen to the send button meeting. Go through the video, listen very well, and of course, you key into the keyword for that day, which gives you take an action and get some reward. And then there is something must have been discovered that day that you also pick and say, I will implement this before the next send button meeting. I must have done this and done that. Action number 2. Action number 3. We have the total commitment. We have the responsibility, which of us have full 100% responsibility to hit our 1 billion target. Take that pen, write again. How many people will I bring personally in the TBC community to join in that global drive to get a number to 1 billion people? What's my own participation? What is my own contribution? The action is, if I as a person decides to add just to 1 person a week to that number, I'm taking action. It may look small, but it's not small. No matter how small the voice, no matter how small the action is, it adds up. If 1 million people, let me talk the Nigerian community, if 1 million people who are TBCians are all bringing just 1 person a week who become a known, understood TBC person, he understands the TBC thing, that will make 7 million new entrants in TBC weekly. I see the power of action. Just resolving that each person in a week, in a day, just in a week, we bring in 1 person that understand the TBC mission and become fired up to drive it. Then in Nigeria alone, we're talking about 7 million people in a week. How do you think we'll not get that number very easy? So we have to resolve to implement these actions. That's number 3 step. Number 4 step. How many families in my community will I personally help to change their mindset about life by showing them that truly TBC could be an eye-opener. TBC could be a terminator of their poverty life. TBC could be a bringer for abundance in their life. How many of us, okay, let me go the way and see if I could be an instrument of love to share this encouragement that TBC has, this empowerment that TBC has, this thing, this life giving that TBC has. See, once we understand that TBC is a solution to many and begin to take action towards that, we are not only experiencing cash flow, we're experiencing joy, we're experiencing love. And love and joy, they have a way of coming back to you when you give them out. So friends, that is our 4th action. And finally, the last action that we should take every day. Review before you retire for that day. How many of these things you have spoken to do, you've written to do, how many of them were you able to carry out? Checklist. For every successful person, there's always a checklist. I have my own, and once you do that continually, effectively, and persistently, friends, you'll be surprised at your success. Taking action is the secret to be a victor, to be a successful person in life in area of any endeavor. So friends, as I'm concluding this morning, I want to just appeal to us all. Let us learn to take action as a TBCian. Some have actually begun to show signs of weakness, signs of tiredness, signs of, things are not happening. But things are happening. Share eye, brother. Share eye, sister. Things are happening. Check the blogs. See what's happening. TBC is booming. There are people, there are individuals who are doing stuff to put color to the TBC. And I want us to come around, come to social groups, and you will find that adequate provision will be given, made for us to enjoy the TBC continually. So on this note, friends, I want us to go back, take action in every front of TBC activities. I will be happy with TBC. I'm going to enjoy all the goodies that TBC provides. So I will see you again next time. By this time, next week, we'll continue along this topic as we're going to enjoy our experiences in TBC. This is our friend, Basil Day. Sign up for this time. I expect to see you on the top. And bye.